Afternoon PooTube, hope everyone's good. So I've not done a video for about 3 weeks or something, other than putting out things like the intro that a certain somebody wanted to miss off twice. Oh yeah, I'll put it out at the end and then done. Still not put it out since. It's one of them. I put a few things out like that, but I've not actually done a video as such for 3 weeks. So where do you start realistically? Now, the things that are going on lately is nothing new. Jupiter, she's stuck in that cycle of events, cycle of fucking bullshit, where she's realised over a period of years that just causing drama, problems, issues, whatever, brings her views. Do you know what I mean? Now, if that's all she's about, then she's going to continue to do that over and over and over again. She's been at it for fucking 6-7 years or whatever, causing problems in every community that she goes to, and just causing shit for the point of causing shit, setting one person against another, and just causing problems in whatever community she's fucking in at the time. Now, as of late, she's had to try like remodel herself as something more sellable, I guess, for certain people like AY and whatever, which, do you know what I mean, he's got a growing channel or whatever, plenty of subs, plenty of views. Now, when Jupiter did the video that AY shared, she was literally buzzing because she had about 280 to maybe 300 people watching. Now, all you have to do realistically is look on AY's channel where he shared that, and just go and have a look at the comments. You got people on there saying, oh, I'm not subbing to this random or whatever. You know what I mean? That the people that have joined that channel are not interested in any way, shape or form the shite that Jupiter comes out with or whatever. Now, there's very good reasons why Jupiter, when she's doing all this hate campaign, shitfest, just attacking people for the sake of it, digging into children with disabilities, etc., ripping into Easy and his family for medical issues. It's one of them, innit? She knows, same as everybody else knows, that somebody like a community like AY's or whatever, they're going to look at that and think, you are an absolute scumbag, you know what I mean? And that in itself will look bad on AY. It's one of them. Why are you sharing this fucking absolute piece of work? Why are you actually sharing her shit? You're just making yourself look a cunt or whatever. Now, it's worth noting, AY's only actually shared one thing of Jupiter's. He's not shared anything else. Is it because he didn't get a good reception to Jupiter's channel and what she's about, etc.? Very possibly. very possibly. Now, anybody with 2 brain cells realistically can work out that what Jupiter's doing or whatever, do you know what I mean? It's not appealing to anybody. It is not bringing anybody on side. There are very good reasons why Jupiter has been around nearly 7 years and has no following. There are very good reasons why it's one of them, isn't it? Bear in mind the amount of, what does Jupiter call it? Fucking networking. The amount of networking that Jupiter does. So just yesterday, for instance, she's done at least 1 live. I think it was, well, yeah, she said 4.5 hours she's been on there. Now that 4.5 hours was just literally just ripping into people's families, children, calling children spastics and mongs and wonky children, this, that and the other. Bear in mind, do you know what I mean, her brother is severely disabled or whatever now, and she's the carer of, apparently, which is troubling in itself, realistically. I feel sorry for that family member. Now, I don't even think Wendy backs her up with all that. You know what I mean? Wendy's been a co-pilot on and off for that period of time, so I don't even think Wendy backs her up with all that attacking people's families and this, that and the other. Now, when you bear in mind all the networking that she actually does, I mean, yesterday she's done 4.5 hours. She may well have done a live before that. I don't know. I'm not really looking or whatever. She's got 4 channels which she alternates through or whatever. She's got a main channel which she'll get people like AY and whatever. Oh yeah, just everyone watch this channel. Don't watch the other ones. Don't look at the other ones. I don't even think she's told any of the people that she's trying to shackle up to or whatever. All the love bombing shit and whatever. I don't even think she's told them that she's got other channels, because realistically she don't want them to see how vile she actually is. Now, it's one of them, you've got to bear in mind she's 60 years old or whatever, old enough to know better for the vile shit that she does, and she'll always keep coming out with the same shit, like, you know, like as if she's above it all, and now and again she'll go back just to kick people in the nuts or whatever. Now, that's just simply not true. Now, I catch a lot of Easy's lives, etc. She doesn't really get spoke about. It's all in her head or whatever. She doesn't really get spoke about, and if it is, it's just generally because of something that's been said. Someone will put a comment on the comment section and it might get read out or whatever, and someone might make a comment off that comment. That's about it, realistically, and I know that for at least the last 3 weeks or whatever. I think Easy was a bit heated or whatever for about 10 minutes over the situation with Raj, where Jupiter was making out, again, more false accusations or whatever, dangerous accusations, making out Raj's hope not hate He may well have been hope not hate for all this time, blah blah blah. Now, when she's been confronted on her accusations, she was like awkwardly trying to laugh it off and this, that and the other and make a joke about it and all that. Raj is not the type of guy to be like all guns blazing, blah blah blah, whatever. But to be honest, I think how it unfolded, it's one of them. I think Raj has learnt a lesson, what Jupiter is actually about. It's one of them when you hear things in the background and she does a remix over it, until it affects you personally, do you know what I mean? It can be dismissed or whatever, but he's now got to see for himself, and so has Mana, the shit that she will come out with and then try remix it and go, oh, it's just tongue-in-cheek. It's like, you don't make accusations like that tongue-in-cheek. I'm sorry, but you don't. That's just pure bullshit. Now, Jupiter's made out that I think it was literally a 2-minute video or something, the bit I clipped. There was leading up to what was said, and then what was said afterwards or whatever, just so you've got context. Now, according to Jupiter, I've took it all out of context. I've put a narrative to it, this, that and the other. Like I'd spoke over it and put a narrative to it. That's simply not the case. She also said that I'd made it public, this, that and the other. No, I didn't. It's been unlisted since I clipped it and whatever, and I've put it as a link on Ghosts and a few other chats here and there. Now, Ghost played it. Easy's not even played it on his thing. I don't think he even heard it until it became relevant when it was being played for Raj to hear. So yeah, mad. The lies that she's had to come out with is just typical Jupiter or whatever. Now, I can assure you, it's no clipped, cut and shut, edited nonsense or whatever. I just recorded the relevant bit. Now, I have got about probably a half-hour section. Now, Jupiter didn't only say it once in that half an hour section about Raj being hope not hate. She said it, then they was chatting shit about something else for about 20 minutes, and then you've heard what she said again. Now, at the time, I couldn't be arsed rewinding, recording that bit and then whatever, because then it does look like a cut and shut, and I couldn't be arsed putting out 30 minutes of whatever, because it's not needed. Realistically, people have not got the attention span half the time to listen of half an hour of Jupiter's shit with all the fucking, she eats like a dog or something. And even when she's not eating, she sounds like she's eating. I don't know what's going on. She never used to make all these weird mouth noises or whatever, but as of late, yeah. I mean, it's one of them. If you don't want to be reviewed and all that kind of thing, just keep making all them weirdo noises or whatever. Sounds like a fucking British bulldog eating a fucking sausage roll or something. It's fucking mad. To me, that in itself will stop me reviewing Jupiter's shit or whatever. I can't stand fucking mouth noises or whatever. It's just gross. So like I say, it weren't just the tongue-in-cheek bullshit as she's made out or whatever. It was a beginning of a hate campaign. It's nothing new. She did the same with Mayor Tusa, making out as a lefty plant, hope not hate, blah blah blah. She's done the same with Candid with Lubna. She's done the same with Paul Thorpe. Whenever Jupiter can't really bring anything forward or whatever, she'll just come forward with a label gun. Now, Wendy, who Jupiter sat with again, she told everybody loudly and clearly, no ifs, no buts, that Wendy was hope not hate. Now, Danny Roscoe was in full agreement with Jupiter that Wendy was hope not hate. Why was that? Because, well, Wendy was sat with Mandy Mosley and the rest of the hope not hate fucking trolls or whatever for best part of a year, and Wendy was an active participant to that shit, to the point where she's heard Mandy Mosley's lies and bullshit and was quite happy and quite confident to come forward on a live several times and has made out that Danny Tomo is a nonce and a paedophile. Now, when she came away from all that 10 months down the line or whatever, she's eventually admitted that that wasn't true. She was shown no evidence, and it was just the words, the say-so of Mandy Mosley, which drawn her to that conclusion, to come out with such a dangerous statement. And again, it's not just once, she's come out of it several times. It's one of them, and it's a very dangerous accusation to chuck about or whatever. It's got all the intention to endanger that person, realistically. Obviously, a lot of people are not fond of nonces and paedophiles, or hope not hate agents for that matter. Now, when they do these types of shit or whatever, you can't be like 60 years old and not know the implications of things like that or whatever. Like I say, anybody with 2 brain cells could work that out. But for Jupiter, she'll, you know what I mean, that's her go-to straight away. If she's not calling you a fucking pedo or a it can be anything, pedo, terrorist, fucking nonce, rapist. The accusations that this woman has made just keeps getting worse and worse and worse or whatever. And she's not asked, do you know what I mean? She'll only apologise if it's absolutely needed, because she needs to get back into that community or that panel or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Now, when she's lost arguments in the past or whatever on YouTube, it's one of them, innit? How serious is YouTube realistically? When she's lost arguments in the past, her and her husband will then sit there and go, right, okay, we're going to pray for abuse to happen to their children and all this kind of shit. Obviously, taking YouTube to mad levels or whatever. When you get that angry, where you will literally go, right, okay, what we're going to do is pray for abuse to happen to children. Yeah, you've gone too far, you've done too much or whatever. Now, Jupiter has admitted, yeah, I'm addicted to YouTube. Do you know what I mean? 60 years old and addicted to YouTube. if you don't laugh, do you know what I mean? It's one of them, innit? You have to see the funny side of it, otherwise, I don't know, it'll get you in other ways, I guess. Now, it's one of them, innit? You've kind of got to hit reality as to, is this person any good for a community, a movement, or anything else? You can't make out that you're all about saving the girls and all about the grooming victims and whatever, and then sit on a panel with Wendy Wu, Jupiter and Wendy Wu sit there mocking, ridiculing a victim of a grooming gang or whatever. Now people have said, oh, that didn't happen. It has, and I'll dig out the video. It's already been put forward. Some people have already seen it and heard it. I'll dig out the video and I'll put a link to this video for the people that think that, I don't know, I'm just lying or something. I don't need to lie. The truth has been harsh enough every step of the way with this wonky cunt. Now, it's one of them, innit? Do you know what I mean? You've only got a handful of people. Considering she's been around 7 years, she's only been you know what I mean? She's only been around that amount of time, which is quite a considerable amount of time, realistically, on YouTube. Bear in mind, she treats it like a fucking job, trying to get the overtime in every day. So like yesterday, she's done 4.5 hours just digging into families and attacking disabilities and all this mad shit or whatever. Then she's gone, oh, I'm going to close it now. I've got a life kind of thing. And then jumped straight off the back of that. Within 2 minutes, she's on, what's it called? Society X, I think it is. She was on there. Then she's come off that and she's jumped on Nix's panel. And I just kept checking in here and there or whatever. She was on Nix's panel till fucking early hours of the morning, 2-3 o'clock in the morning. The day previous to that, I think she'd done 2 lives. And she was pissed out of her face doing a review of two different streams or whatever, kept flicking from one to the other, and she was still going at 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning, and she'd been on the internet all that day. Do you know what I mean? So she really does take it seriously. I think she thinks people take her seriously, which is just not the case. Do you know what I mean? If people took her seriously, she would have a following. She wouldn't have a little bag of fucking avatars around her. You would actually have people that are willing to jump on, agree with her, discuss whatever with her, blah fucking blah, back her up here and there, and it just doesn't happen realistically. Now, some of the simps that are around Jupiter, you know what I mean? It's mad. They've literally all been stabbed in the back by her. See, Jupiter will keep twisting things and going, oh, they say, like as if I'm saying I've been stabbed in the back by Jupiter. Never in a million years. Never in a million years. What I am stating is the people around Jupiter, which are playing full-on simps for Jupiter, have all been stabbed in the back by Jupiter. That's not up for discussion, that's fact. Now, many people are aware of these things or whatever. People will know full well what I'm saying is bang on. Loads of people have been stabbed in the back by Jupiter, including a co-pilot fucking Wendy. Do you know what I mean? Now, Wendy has done her fair share. I'd say, to be honest, Wendy has done Jupiter the most damage by far. By far. And she, much like Jupiter, I think she just returned the same energy, to be fair. She went deep, she attacked her family, she attacked her husband, the children, told us all things that were said in confidence about her family, etc. Proper vile shit, which obviously you wouldn't want out there, do you know what I mean? Jupiter was very angry at the time. She's even been on the internet crying at Wendy and going mad. Oh, Wendy, you've done this, you've done that, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so we all know what was said realistically was true, because if it wasn't true, you'd just be like, this person's a lunatic, they're just coming out of all this bullshit. It'd be like water off a duck's back, realistically. You're only hurt, realistically, and angry when it's true, realistically. Now, the amount of shit that Jupiter says about myself, my family, this, that and the other, I don't get mad, I don't get angry. Then do they know she's full of shit? All she's doing when she does that is showing everybody else that can be arsed listening what a scumbag she actually is. And at that point, I'm kind of okay with it. I know people in real life from the movement or whatever that know full well what I'm about, know full well, you know what I mean, that know my family, etc. So it would make no difference to me the shit that she comes out with. It's madness. Whereas Jupiter, she knows what's being said and whatever. It's bang on. It's factually correct. She knows full well, to the point where Esau and Bleeding have been given the information by Danny Jones, who she still sits with. She's admitted on video that Danny Jones sent Dream Team information on her family, etc., and kind of clarifies what Wendy said at the time about Jupiter and the family and whatever is bang on. Do you know what I mean? It literally all fits exactly. Now, that's that. Do you know what I mean? She can say, oh, this, that and the other. It's factually correct. It's been shown to be factually correct or whatever along the way. Now, that's all people have to do. Look at the fact that she's being blackmailed, and she was still now. She was sat on a live stream last night with Bleeding Heart and Nixa, knowing full well, do you know what I mean? She's had shit held over her, she's been blackmailed, and she'll still sit there. She's admitted on another video with Danny Roscoe and myself that she has actually enrolled Esau, everyone needs an Esau, Bleeding, to troll on her behalf. And she's stated that the reason that everyone needs an Esau is because not everybody's that vile that will go doing the worst of the worst shit, attacking people's families and whatever. I don't see why she needs it, because she's shown everybody she's very capable of attacking people's families and doing all this fucked up shit, coming for your kids, coming for your family members, etc. Trying to highlight people, dox people. So she's capable of doing it herself, but obviously she wants to try and keep her hands clean or whatever. Not that they're covered in shit, but yeah. It's a bit of a weird thought process with Jupiter, the way that she's like tried to pan all this out or whatever. Now, I've said from day one, and you can check on my posts, etc. Unlike Jupiter, I actually have supported the auditors for a long time. Well before Jupiter and AY become a thing or whatever. Well before that. Now, Jupiter didn't give two fucks about auditing channels or whatever before that. She's just seen that as a way to get more views or whatever, obviously. Whereas I've supported the audit community for fucking time. Do you know what I mean? For fucking time. And I've not got like I don't do like, I'm not a fan of, I'm not like a fucking avid fan or whatever of any. I support all of them even the ones that I'm not keen on personally or whatever, I'll still, appreciate and support what they do, because realistically you would never get to see what goes on if they weren't reporting on it or whatever. Massive respect to all of them regardless. Now obviously Jupiter's doing that, I'm going to defend every single thing that AY does or whatever. Now some of the shit that's come out I wouldn't defend, do you know what I mean? But again, it wouldn't be something that would make me go, I'm not gonna support that channel anymore or whatever. For me, it's the content. It's not about the person, realistically. Obviously, you'll have some people which are more likeable and some people which are less likeable or whatever. It's the content that's important, realistically. Now, Jupiter's come out with some shit in the last few days. Why is Dennis Harrigan not defending DJE? Why has he not checked this out? Why has he not checked that out? Because I don't do what you do. I don't need to do what you do, run about defending fucking people left, right and centre. People can defend themselves, much like AY could have defended himself. He didn't need you. Not being funny, but if I was in a predicament or whatever, the last thing I would want is some scumbag like Jupiter defending me, because realistically it just puts a bigger shit stain on the situation. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know why she got involved. I do, because she wanted to try and, I'll defend this, I'll defend that. I'm your best friend, AY. I'm your best friend in the world. I'll defend you to the hilt. Even when some of the shit coming out is like, that's not good. But that, you know what I mean? She's got to try and reach that goal to keep in there and whatever, and hopefully scrape some subs and views from that fucking situation. Whereas I just appreciate the content, whether it be X, Y or Z auditor. Simple as that. Now, like I say, there's been good discussions on Easy's channel. I think he's changed a lot since he came back and whatever. A lot of civilised conversations happening over there. The only times it seems a bit drama or whatever is when certain people seem to be sent in. Certain usual suspects are sent in just to cause a bit of drama, a bit of fucking problems. As soon as those people are gone, it chills out and you can have a decent conversation. You can actually have a laugh and chill out on certain things and whatnot. That A1000 was sent in, or I don't know if she fucking did it of her own volition or not. She came in just to cause problems or whatever. Now, myself and Daz, I don't think we've ever had an issue, but we've never really hit it off or whatever. I don't. It's one of them. There's never been any problems or whatever, but I just don't think we've ever had opportunity to have had conversations or to have noticed each other in any particular way or whatever. Daz is the one that always puts all the jokes or whatever. He's got literally fucking jokes coming out of his ass. He's got jokes all day long. Now, when KEB A1000, whatever her name is, was on there, she was literally coming with the thing of, people attacked her kids or something. Now, I've never attacked her kids, but she was quick to attack my kids, and to Daz's credit, he picked up on it really quickly or whatever, and then he's jumped on there because she's mentioned him, and he kind of ripped her a new arsehole or whatever, but in a nice way, civilly or whatever. just made her look an idiot, and kind of pulled her on the bullshit. Why are you attacking Den's kids? Blah blah blah, this, that and the other. Massive respect for that, you know what I mean? When it comes from somebody that you wouldn't expect it to come from, it kind of means more, if you know what I mean. So yeah, massive respect. And from what I've heard along the way and whatever, Daz seems to be, do you know what I mean, a sound guy or whatever. Not a shit causer, not a shit stirrer. Morally, you know, good moral compass, etc. So yeah, things like that, do you know what I mean? It does mean a lot or whatever. It's one of them. It's easy for people to just stay out of things and whatever, and just think, oh well, it's not, you know, it's not mine, it's not my problem, it's not my family, it's not my children and whatever. So when people do step up or whatever, it is appreciated. Do you know what I mean? Now, I think there is a decent little community coming together, and that seems to be Jupiter's worst nightmare. I know Ghost has put a video out that Jupiter's sort of giving little sneaky shots at Luke or whatever. And she was on, like I say, she was on Nix's last night, and she was kind of doing the same again. So yeah, she is jealous of certain situations, you can see it very clear. But that is the typical Jupiter, very bitter, very twisted, and it's one of them, innit? People are seeing things for themselves, and decent little communities will start to form or whatever, and that can only be a good thing, realistically. Now, I have said to Easy, just ignore her, don't give her oxygen. She needs that fucking shitstorm so she can do a little fucking thing or whatever. Just ignore her, give her no oxygen. She's got no content, she's got no life, clearly, when she's on the internet fucking 16, 18 hours a day and whatever. Just leave her to it, you know what I mean? People like that, they will eat themselves and the people around her. The more things come out, the less they want to speak up, realistically, because they can see it doesn't look good on her, it doesn't look good on them. You've had certain people around her that used to go on panels that won't even go on a panel anymore, so you can kind of see it for what it is, realistically. So I think that's about it. I'm going to leave it there. Off the back of that, Jupiter will probably talk shit for another 3 weeks, because that's all she's been doing, chatting shit, and forever having people coming to me going, oh, Jupiter's been saying this and Jupiter's been doing this and blah 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 about myself or whatever. Now, like I've said to him, do you know what I mean? I'm not interested, I couldn't care what a fucking fat, smelly, fucking tyrant like Jupiter is saying and doing. It generally doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me in any way, shape or form. If anything, I'm happy that she is that bitter and twisted that she has to keep saying and doing dumb shit, because it doesn't look bad on me, it looks bad on her. Do you know what I mean? And the more people can see her for what she is, the better. It is that simple. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Hope everyone's good, hope everyone's well, look after each other and stay safe.